The Adam Project was released in 2022 and was directed by Sean Levy. It tells the story of Adam, who accidentally crashes into the year 2022, and he ends up meeting and teaming up with his 12-year-old self. I do want to point out I will be discussing some spoilers in this review, so don't watch the review if you haven't seen the movie yet. But if you have seen the film, then enjoy the review. So, The Adam Project, I've been hearing some good things, some people just say it's okay. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but those who have talked about it have mostly said it's a decent film. Where do I come in? I just think it's okay. Yeah, I wasn't keen on it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I think the problem for me was simply the story. The storyline was, it wasn't bad, it was just really confusing. It was way too complicated to follow. So the first half had me really confused. When Adam meets his 12-year-old self, it's just normal conversation. He meets his 12-year-old self and they just talk fine. But there's no timeline problems being caused. Like, there's no, affecting the past will affect your future consequences. So I was quite confused. How come there's no timeline problem happening? And then at the end of the first half, when Adam's with his girlfriend, when they talk about how they had to fix the time stream, I was like, okay, so when they fix the time stream, everything's just going to go back to normal. The past won't be affected and the future won't be affected. Okay. But later on, when Adam reunites with his dad, and then when the time stream is, back to normal, everything just feels confusing. Okay, spoiler alert, does the dad die? Does Adam just go back in time before he met his girlfriend, the current Adam? Does the past Adam just go back in time, but does he still remember the events of the older Adam? It was just so confusing. I found the storyline really complicated, really difficult to follow. It's not bad, I was just really lost and confused throughout the movie. It's an entertaining movie for sure, but it suffered a really confusing story in my opinion. Visually, the movie does look nice. It has some entertaining action scenes too. Some of the jokes are funny, but most of the jokes tend to be time travel-like jokes. And I just found them odd. Not bad, just odd. Fell flat a little. So yeah, the movie does look nice for its budget. The characters I honestly didn't care for. The confusing storyline really hindered the characters for me. It just made it, I didn't care for them. I was so confused by the story that I honestly struggled to really care about the characters. The villain was an absolute joke. There was no character development to her whatsoever. And the music of the film is very, very, very forgettable. So it's not a bad film. It's definitely well made. Just really confusing. Overall, The Adam Project is by no means a bad film. It just suffers from a confusing and complicated storyline, characters who aren't bad, but rather suffer from the lackluster story, forgettable music, but it has some entertaining action, and it does look nice visually. I'm going to give The Adam Project a 6 out of 10. So yeah, again, I didn't hate the film, and I wouldn't say I disliked it, but I was so confused. I was so easily lost. So stay tuned for the next video, which is coming out on Friday. Until then, everyone, take care, everyone. Thank you for watching, and skadoosh.